Established in April 2021, Upland Development United is the oldest and most exclusive and transparent node development collaborative in the Upland Metaverse. Contact Morecheese at 68 for more information. Warning: this podcast is produced by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment and contains unsolicited and heavily biased opinions which are solely the views of the individuals involved. It does not include investment advice of any kind, and you are responsible for undertaking your own financial, including tax liability research relevant to your own individual circumstances.
Metaverse Spotlight for this week, we have the Mellow node in Bayswater, Queens. We got TikTok Land is on board. Now, as the self-proclaimed node father, when I think of node, Mellow isn't really a word that I'd use to describe things. So I'm very interested to see and hear what this Mellow node in Bayswater, Queens is all about. Are you there, TikTok Land? You might be on mute, mate.
Hello?
Hey, there you go.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I clicked on it, but then it didn't say let me speak. Okay, so okay. I'm trying to put my nerves together here.
It's all good, mate.
So I just want to say, first I want to say thank you, Ben, for the invite or the ability to feature with you guys. And it was a very thorough process, with a lot of information, and it was great to kind of have that onboarding like that instead of just kind of go live and just come up with some words. So I just appreciate that. So just a shout out to you and the show. I do want to give some shout outs to the crew in Bayswater, my guys, the moderators, Raul, Zuka Kitos. Zuka Kitos is actually the Mellow node mayor.
Nice.
So we elected a mayor about 3 months ago. And Unteki is a city planner in real life, and he has done a lot of city plan type work for us in Bayswater. And can anybody hear me?
Yeah, mate, all good.
Oh, sorry. And then Bonix is currently he's doing like a sky view of Bayswater. So basically he does screenshots for us and kind of what's going on in the our node. So let me try to screen share, because that's gonna be definitely a challenge here. Let's see. All right, so I'm gonna scroll over and kind of show where we're at, and what we do. So yeah, you're right. The reason for the Mellow node name is we kind of want to be like that, the place to go to relax from all the hustle and bustle and the business and things like that. And the metaverse is an awesome place, but sometimes you just want to also hang out and build together, kind of like with people that are like-minded, and get to know each other there while you're building. And so that's the reason why we call we call ourselves the Mellow node. Kind of like, not that we're like a lazy node, because we do build a lot, but more so just we're more about personality rather than the numbers, I guess. And so our builds are like, it's our theme to build what you like and build what you kind of like, what's your personality, that's what you should build if you want. So if you want a pink house, if you want a blue house, and that's what you'd like, then that's what you should go with, because that's your personality. So over here we have the Seaside Village by Unteki. This is his personal, it's like a creation that he had in mind. So it's a seaside vacation village. And that's the other thing that we kind of love about what we're doing, is that we're seaside, we're next to water. And so what we'd like to do is eventually, of course, with utility, to be able to have like water utility, something that has to do with either boat racing or yachts, some type of yachting, in the Bay Area there. We also are big on trying to kind of form partnerships with other nodes. There's a lot of other nodes around us, and so far we have spoken to some. We have some partnerships, and Far Rockaway is not exactly a node, but we do have some partnerships there with one of our guys is built a factory there. I've built a showroom in Far Rockaway, and we're kind of working on branching that together with Bayswater's manufacturing. Once that makes sense, right now we're still building, of course, and waiting for factory utility, showroom utility. So once that makes sense, we kind of would like to piece that all together and have manufacturing partnerships with other nodes that are also interested in that. So so far we have some in Far Rockaway. So the factory that we have is by Raul Morales. So he has a seaside factory right here. So that's his factory. And what he'd like to produce is beach themed decor. So surf shacks, gazebos, hammocks, things of that nature. We do have a racetrack, and unfortunately, because of the screenshot situation, I didn't want to try to keep clicking on and off screenshots, but we do have the racetrack that extends right across this cool build here we call it Lucky Number 7. So this is Raul Morales's townhome builds right here. And so the racetrack is going to go across there and basically right around almost all of the part of this side of Bayswater, and then kind of going around. And then we also have Block Explorer Shop. It's called Blocky Bees by Georgique. So I'm trying to scroll to it, but it's loading. So just a second.
You're doing better than I do. My computer can't handle it at all. So
yeah. Sorry, yeah, I'm trying to
there you
scroll
go.
as it loads, kind of thing. So
Yep.
So this is Blocky Bees. This is her shop. And so this is pretty cool, having a shop in our place, a little node. So the thing is, the area is really big. So it looks like we have like a lot less homes than we do, possibly. But because it's like really spread out at this point. But it's currently, I'll just say some numbers just to kind of make sense of things for people. It's about 5 months in. We have a 7.5% build rate. Home wise, 142 builds. And our floor currently, we were a little while ago, we were like at 15K, but then we did there was a little spotlight that Radish Head did for us. And some of that, plus the work we've been doing and everything, it took us to current 30K UPEX floor. So those are some of the things that we kind of are about. Property wise, we have 1,800 properties, so it's definitely quite a bit.
For reference, that's about double the size of Midtown Terrace or more. So, yep.
It's a lot to handle, like to try to build up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
I just got a property there.
I'm sorry.
I gobbled some up too.
I just bought a property.
Oh, in Bayswater?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Got it.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, the thing is we are seaside, so kind of what I'm saying, and I know can be confusing if at this point we don't have the seaside utility, but that's what we're building for. We're hoping that there's boat access, boat type of deliveries for manufacturing. We are working on the seaside village. We're working on, and of course, again, utility pending with a potential of hotels and the type of like a vacation homes, so people can either rent out a vacation spot and watch a racetrack. Racing going on, boat races going on. So we're really excited to go kind of grow along with utility, so to speak. So we don't have too many cars parked. Luckily, out of like the five five lottos that we did for cars, I was able to get a truck, so that was pretty cool. That was like a highlight moment for me personally. Anyway, it was really fun to get a truck in the Upland.
I just got next to that red design there on Egbert. That's me.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, this is what Eggert is. It represents our Genesis village. So this is where we all started off, and we had like basically nothing going on, and we just kind of, a few of us got to know each other. It was a couple of buddies that just played Upland together. We met in Upland, and we somehow just happened to mint in Bayswater when Queens came out, and we started talking, and we're like, let's see what happens and let's start building together in this area. So, and then it just from there, I think we're at like 100 members within our node, and then like I think 300 plus on the Discord that we have in the Bayswater Discord. And the other thing is we're always open to connecting with other nodes, connecting with other what do you call it, like YouTubers that do Upland coverage, just because we're always open to learn. We're always open to try new things, try new style giveaways, try new style contests and events. We are excited that there's a lot of layer 2 possibilities, and we'd hope to have some type of layer 2 just because of the beach theme. But we currently don't have like any kind of like partnership as far as like layer 2. So it's something we'll take a look at and see where that goes. But something like a theme of like a beach party in Bayswater would be kind of awesome, like a layer 2 type thing. But again, that's something in the works, something we're working on. But that's awesome that you guys were able to scoop up a couple properties. That's really cool.
Absolutely. And I'll just say too, in chat, Upland Puppet has mentioned that if you would like to be entered into the node battles that he runs, to send him a DM. So that's Upland Puppet.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, sorry, absolutely. We'd love to enter you guys into the next one. I love up and coming nodes, and you sound like a great participant that could challenge the Woodhood. Was the remaining? They are holding the title right now. So.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, I'll have to read and how does that work?
Just DM me after the show, and I'll give you the details.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Sure. Thank you.
So let's see what else I can say. Oh, I almost forgot. So right in the center here, this was another inspiring thing that we just realized by hanging out and kind of taking pictures of our node. So this looks like an ice cream cone right in the center. And so we titled this build the Bayswater ice cream cone, and we just started kind of building these different builds that we wanted on there, and we all ended up having different things like an apartment, townhouse, and just whatever we kind of felt like was cool to build. But it was just nice to have something like with a seaside theme that we have an actual ice cream cone in the center of the node.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the property shapes and layouts. It looks like you've got a hell of a lot of room there to do a whole bunch of different things. I know in Midtown Terrace, at least, we suffer from not having a wide variety of property options, so we're pretty limited in what we can do. But there, you've got a bunch of little properties, big ones, heaps of options.
Yeah, the one thing we have chatted about, but it seems like right now there's not much information still, but we were really interested in potentially having a World of Football type stadium, I think, which was discussed in, we discussed it, but we still haven't formed a team, and we're not quite sure if we would like to do that, but we're not sure on the cost of entry. I think there's like a licensing fee, and we're not sure on some of those factors yet. But definitely would be super cool if we could put a stadium like on this property. This is Raul Morales' property, and he's talked about potentially doing that. But again, we don't know enough about the details yet to see if that's possible. But we definitely would like to, if it works out. I just think that would be a really cool event type venue to have in the node, and kind of have that teamwork in the node. But if not, we're always working on other team aspects, and kind of like I was mentioning, like layer 2, something in the layer 2 sense of an event, a party that we can do. So we're going to be working on that. The one other thing too, right here in this apartment, I believe Tommy Yachts has already applied and is just waiting to get a Block Explorer shop. So we're just waiting for the next batch of approvals. But if it, I think it's supposed to happen. So if it happens, we'll have a couple shops in the node. So that'll be really cool. And then the third, so we did have somebody, Bonix over here. Sorry. So he applied. He actually won one of the houses Raul Morales raffled off in this strip of Lucky 7 homes. So he won one of the homes, and what he decided to do is he decided to apply for a Soccer Legit shop about several weeks ago. So we're waiting to see what happens and if that comes through or not. But that was just we still don't have an answer there. As far as the Block Explorer shop in this part of town, apparently we've already gotten approval. We're just, I think, waiting for the next batch to come out. So, and then we are definitely hoping for there's going to be some kind of Bayside approach to where like we can build either a dock or some kind of boat access. So that'll be really cool. But that's our description at this point. And we're just trying to kind of do as much as we can together. The other thing is we're not really like big time as far as OpEx or as far as Spark, but the teamwork we had is what made this possible. Like when I started, when I started in Bayswater, I had like 0.5 Spark or 0.6 Spark, I think, something like that. And then some of the other guys we have had like 1 Spark, 2 Spark, and it wasn't anything like somebody just came in with 40 Spark and just blew us up. It wasn't like that. So that's the cool thing too, is like we were able to kind of build together that way for now. But yeah, and we're always open to teaming up and to kind of creative ideas, because we feel like Bayswater has a lot to offer. It's seaside, it's built for upland utility, and we're kind of trying to go with like at pace of what's coming out. So awesome. We're kind of hoping for that.
Alrighty, if you want to mellow out by the Bayside, send TikTok Land a DM, or there will be a link to their Discord within the description as well.
Thank you very much.
No worries, mate.
Screen share.
Should be a big red button there, I think. Yep. Awesome. G'day, and get yourselves ready for the big opening day event on November 12th at 30 Aqua Vista Way, San Francisco. Stop mucking about and dive down under and into the server for more details. Are you looking for some of that quality outdoor decor? But you got no freaking idea where to go? Oh, come on over to Samurai Aquatics and Decor for all your outdoor decor needs. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the metaverse, do ya? Yeah, just delete that. I'm still not ready, sorry. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the metaverse, do ya? Or maybe some kind of crappy ramshackle building that, I don't know, needs a bit of extra spunk to it or something. And stop mucking about and get yourself over to Samurai Aquatics Discord to see all our available stock. We've got loads of different decor to spend your pretend money on. We've got saunas to fire you up, and ice baths to chew you the fudge out. Literally stock coming out of our ears. Grills, swings, seating, and more. So much more. And if we don't got it, give us a buzz and we could probably make it. Get yourself on over to Samurai Aquatics at 30 Aqua Vista Way in Midtown Terrace, San Francisco, lickety split, and gorge yourself on outdoor decor.